Every dawn is a doorway, and dreamers walk through on purpose. Here, we master mindset, raise oral intelligence, and rebuild legacy brick by brick. We honor who we were before the world tried to rename us. I'm Dr. Shon, dentist, alchemist, Niji, daughter of the land, and this is the Hood to Hooded show, where we transform, rise, and stay risen. Welcome to the tribe. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. What's going on? How y'all feeling today? Welcome back to the podcast. Woo! I am your host, Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. Come on in the building, guys. Tap those hearts. As you can see from the title of the podcast, we will be talking about a very important subject, and I've been on this wavelength for a little minute. You know, the wavelength of just standing in the yeah, probably can't hear me. First of all, let's just get the mic right. It's like there's so much to handle when you're streaming. Let's get the mic right. Come in the room, let me know how you feeling today. We in this mood. I'm always in this like blue mood. What's up TikTok? What's up? So come on in the building, guys. I'm your host, Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. Woo, woo, woo. Welcome to the tribe. This podcast and the Hood to Hooded show is about positivity, inspiration, and knowledge to keep us motivated and growing. And right now, honey child, I need some motivation, okay? As you can see, I am like on day 67, 68 of my consistency challenge, where I am showing up 365 days, and listen to me, it's getting hard as hell. Okay. After I get done in the dental office, some days, especially like today, just one of those days, you know, you just want to go in like crash out in the bed. So the tiredness, the fatigue is really, really caught up with me. But you already know we don't have no excuses. None. No excuses shall suffice. So as you can see from the title, we will be getting into why getting comfortable with failure will haunt you, and how to show up even when you feel least like you want to. What's going on, Clifford 2000 fan? Welcome to the building. How you feeling? Alright. So showing up at when you least feel like it. And today is one of those days where the day has really got the best of me, but I'm still here. Because I was just like, you know what? Let me not quit my challenge. So, tribe, lean in tonight. Lean in with me. Yeah, Mom, we be jamming, right? We be jamming. You already know we be jamming. I didn't show up at 8 a.m. I wasn't feeling the best this morning. My energy was low. My body was tired. But the mission wasn't tired. And if you're watching this right now, you didn't come for perfection. You came for the truth. You came for growth. And you came for consistency over comfort. And a lot of us struggle with consistency over comfort. And right now, it feels like I've been consistent for, 60 something days. And this is the time where most people will fall off of the consistency train because it gets really tough. And I'm on this consistency challenge. And if you ever wonder, dang, why can't I be consistent? Why can't I show up for myself? I'm going to tell you why, because not being consistent is easier. Speedy just got that #1 gifter badge. What's going on, Speedy? How you feeling? How you feeling today? Are you lit? I'm always lit, naturally in life. I wish I was on vacation and I'd be like even more lit, but no. I'm lit off this water. Thank you for tapping the hearts, guys. And then today I was on this whole eating healthy thing, so trying to make a difference there. So I made a video called Clifford the Big Red Dog Sung by a Dragon. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. What's going on? Thank you for following Shon Ray. Said I am king. Okay, Speedy. What's up, Speedy King? Alright, so before we dive in, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that like button, and share this stream with one person who is about to quit on themselves. Y'all know somebody who is about to throw in a towel. Especially with this economy. Thank you for tapping the hearts. Y'all already know with this economy, it can knock you out real fast. You walk into the grocery store, you might be like, what the hell going on, and turn right back around. Because what is going on? I'm talking about here in America, though. Who's that girl? 82. Thank you for reposting and following. Let me know how y'all feeling in the chat. So yes, guys. So around here, we don't bury potential. We resurrect it. And I don't know if I said that word right. Resurrected. Say it again. Alright, so we don't bury our potential around here. So if you're new here, welcome to the Hood to Hooded podcast. Hey, well, we don't wait for motivation. What we do, we manufacture motivation. And right now, we manufacturing some motivation because I need it. I know somebody out there in the world needs it, so we finna get into it. Clifford 2000 fan said, my friend Husky Dog made a video called Dragon Slays Pooh Bear. Oh, I gotta go check that out. I gotta go check that out. So, what are the dangers of comfortable failure? Have you guys ever heard of that word, comfortable failure? It sounds just like what it is, comfortable failure. When you get comfortable in your failure, meaning like you might not be accomplishing the things that you want right now. You may not be stepping up for your goals or pursuing elevation. You might just be in the box, in the matrix, doing the same mundane thing all the time. This is when you got comfortable in your failure. And this is a dangerous place to be because it feels good sometimes not accomplishing your goals. I'm going to let y'all know a little secret. Being successful is not easy as it seems unless you got legacy, unless somebody put in the hard work before you and they passed it down. But if you coming from hood to hooded, you coming from poverty, you coming from the slums, you started from the bottom, comfort might feel better than trying. What's up, T-Bringer? Thank you for following. Comfort might feel better than trying. I know, I did that before. I thought that, I didn't want to follow my dreams. I was just going to go get this job that I didn't like because I saw everyone else doing it. And then I realized, dang, it was easy, but I was miserable at heart. Like my passion wasn't there. So sometimes your passion will propel you past the difficult part of your journey, right? So comfort steals your calling. Oh yeah, comfort steals your calling. When you settle in failure, it becomes the furniture. You sitting right on the failure. You sitting comfortable drinking you some Coke 45 or something. I don't know. You adjust to it. You adjust to feeling like, oh, I'm all right without being successful. I'm all right. That ain't that big of a deal to me. You start to lie to yourself. You start to talk yourself into the doubtful spots. You know, you lead yourself right down the dangerous path, and you build excuses around your comfortable furniture. You start to just, every time somebody asks you what happened, oh, girl, that was, I didn't even think about that dream no more. Girl, don't even bring it up. I'm comfortable where I'm at right now. I'm just going to do this. You heard that. You might have said that to yourself, actually. But the thing is, failure becomes familiar, and then familiar feels safe. Now, how dangerous is that? You have talked your brain into being comfortable. Your failure has become your furniture. You sitting down on it now. You comfortable. I mean, you done took several seats in failure. You know how they say have several seats when somebody say something that really rub you the wrong way, or something that, listen, you have become very comfortable in failure. There is this donkey called Eeyore I don't know what you're trying to say, who ate depressed as fuck. His house basically sticks. Talk about hood. What? What's going on, Chunk? Good evening. How you feeling? How you feeling? Thank y'all for the 1K hearts. We hit our goal early tonight. Tap those hearts, share the live. Alright, so we're talking about failure becoming familiar and familiar feeling safe. You are never safe when you get comfortable in your failure. It just feels like it. It just feels like it. You don't feel failure. You fear success, demanding a new version of you. And every time life, your goals, your dreams demand a new version of you, a lot of people aren't going to step up to the plate. That's the difference between people who will go from hood to hooded. People who will go from, not having anything to successful entrepreneur. Yikes, this is on my toes already. Oh, sorry. And I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. I'm sorry. It's on all of our toes right now. Alright, even mine. Okay? Comfort is a psychological grave, guys. It's a psychological grave. Research shows that our brain loves routine. It makes it feel safe. It makes you feel comfortable getting up in the square, doing the matrix, never ever doing what you really want to do. Right? Even that comfortable routine is destructive to your mind. It's destructive to your future, to your legacy, to your children, to everything that is true to who you are authentically, right? Every time you quit, every time you start and you quit and then you just settle in the failure, you done turn it into your furniture, you got all these excuses now. You just put it in the back of your brain. You come up with every good excuse possible too. You be like, nah, I got a good excuse for why I'm failing right now. It's no excuse, right? Every time you quit, your brain says, this must be safer than expanding my horizon. This must be safer than increasing my quality of life. That's what comfort does. Your future self is watching you get so comfortable, like, dang, they just ain't gonna get it together, I guess. Your future self, like, I don't know what they doing. The future, they're like, oh, she needs some help here. The future self is watching because this is a version of you you never met before. So going into that next level is going to feel very strange. It's going to get you completely out of your comfort zone. But that's where the diamonds are. That's where the legacy is when you get out of the comfort zone. Right? My favorite quote is, move, you are not a tree. Move, you are not a tree. I have not forgot about you, Clipper 2000 fan. It's just that this week has been crazy. This whole month just been freaking crazy. My dragon Cornelius wears glasses, but his are half moon glasses. Next time, can you dress up like a dragon? Absolutely not. No, you will never see me dress up like a dragon. All right. So the science of the comfort zone. Let's get into it, because everything you do, the reason why you get comfortable in your failure, the reason why you making all of these excuses and never executing is scientifically proven. And tonight we step into the mind to figure out why. Y'all know I love going deep. I love bringing out that neurology, all of the sciences to really tie together why we get stuck in the comfort zone. The comfort zone is controlled prediction. It's something that you're used to. It's a pattern. Your brain likes patterns, and patterns conserve your energy because you don't have to put too much effort into it. Growth is going to demand new neural pathways. It means your brain has to think of new pathways, new spots to hide, new learning material. I mean, maybe not hide it, but to store it, I should say. So your brain is going to try to stop you. Your brain trying to keep you safe. It's something like fight or flight when it's like, hey, you doing something new? You need to stick to the routine. So some people will get stuck in that routine, and then we call these people what? Stuck in their ways. Oh, are you stuck in your ways? Right? Has your comfort zone, has you given up being comfortable with failure, got you stuck in your ways? And what about the fear zone, when you misread signals? Fear doesn't always mean danger. Fear means expansion. Anytime you expand, anytime you are trying something new, fear is right there to be like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to get out of this spot where you comfortable? You know, you ain't used to having success. You might want to stay right here. It's kind of crazy how the brain works. So you have to control your mind. Otherwise, your mind will control you. Propaganda will control you. History will control you. All of the stereotypes will control you. You must control your mind. That's why scientists know, hey, if I show these people this ad 1,000 times, they're going to go buy it. Because they got it into your routine to see it. So now when you see this outside of the ad, you like, oh, I need that. Why don't we do this for our goals? You focus on your goals every day. You force your brain to focus on your goals. Because our amygdala, it fires an alarm when you disrupt the routine. That's the spot in your brain. It fires off. It's going to say, hey, what are you doing? You breaking the routine. You need to get back on to failing, basically. And you wouldn't think your brain would get comfortable with failing, but it does. It gets addicted to failing. It's easy. Look for a dragon costume, or you could make one yourself based on the description I gave my dragon. Do you think you can duplicate it? Remember, I cannot do that. I don't even have time to even think about putting on a dragon costume. Who is Dr. Zuri Dreamer? Is she your character or is she AI? She is my character. Dr. Zuri. Yeah, I probably see her on my page. I'm working on some kid content, so she's been taking us around the world. I'm always into the AI world, but that's a great question, Clifford 2000 fan. So what about the learning zone, right? When you take tiny steps outside of your comfort zone, your brain is going to reward you. It's not going to just be like, oh, hey, don't do it. Once you take that step, your brain says, hey, getting out of the comfort zone actually feels good. I like it here. This is when your dopamine is activated. You activate it naturally when you say, I'm going to do it. I have a little bit of fear. I'm slightly intimidated, but I'm going to control my future. I'm the alchemist of my life. I'm going to take whatever bad that I had in my life, whatever trauma I had in my life, and turn this into something dope. Something that the world needs. Something that they can't deny. This is why that first step feels so heavy. But every step you take after that, it gets lighter and lighter. Now, let me put in a disclaimer. Like I said, I've been going 60 plus days, and I'm to a spot where being consistent feels boring a little bit. So it's like, oh, I want to fall off the map. You got to keep the same energy the whole time. You got to begin how you want to end. Meaning, if you're going to keep that fire, you got to go hard every day. You can't just fall off the map today, because then it's going to lead you down a downward spiral where you not really going hard. Thank you for tapping those hearts on TikTok. I see y'all on TikTok. All right. What about the growth zone? So you went from the comfort zone, right, to the fear zone. You went from being comfortable. Now you're trying to elevate. So you got into a fear zone where your body and your brain is like, hey, you breaking the routine. And then you went to a learning zone where you said, I'm going to do it anyways. This releases dopamine. And then once you get out of the learning zone, you go to the growth zone, right? Every time you complete a hard task that was really difficult, your brain updates and say, hey, I'm capable of doing this. What was I scared of? I'm consistent and I'm a finisher. This is neuroscience, not magic. You can imagine my first day stepping onto campus at whether Florida State, whether it was at my high school, James S. Rickers High School in Tallahassee, whether it was at Meharry in Nashville, or whether it was at the GPR at the Brooklyn Hospital Center. Every level it ignited this pathway. I was in my comfort zone as a high schooler, and then I got to go to college now? Oh my Lord. And then I got to do this without any help. I got to do this coming from the hood. I got to do this without my parents. I have to do this scared, afraid. But you do it anyways. You go to the fear zone, and then I go and I learn, okay, I can go to campus by myself. It's not so bad. And then I pass that level. And then if you go to the next level, every level is going to repeat the process. Who was your mascot for Florida State University? An alligator? No! Oh, no. Everybody in Tallahassee would laugh at you right now talking about a gator is a Florida State mascot. That actually is the rival. That's the rival. These words are fire. So Florida State is the home of the Seminoles. Even though they kind of whitewashed the Seminoles, you know the Seminoles is actually melanated autochthonous Niji of Turtle Island. But we ain't talking about that right now. The Gators are the University of Florida. The Florida Gators. That is so funny. So if you're not from Florida, you say that, it's like, whoa. Total opposites. So every level is going to require us to elevate, guys. I want to know, and we're going to answer this question next. Why you feel the most fear right before your breakthrough? What's going on, Tina Marie Cundiff? How you feeling? Hello. What's going on in the chat, guys? Thank y'all for tapping those hearts. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Chunk, for tapping those hearts. So why you feel the most fear right before the breakthrough? So I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm going to tell it to you straightforward. Why you feel fear right at the moment when you about to break through. Because the feeling of worrying. Worrying, yes, that's anxiety. That's the fear zone. When you have a fear of worrying about something, like some people fear perfection. They won't move until it's perfect. We've been talking about that a lot. They feel like, oh no, I gotta wait until the opportunity is perfect. And sometimes the opportunity is so imperfect, but it's the perfect opportunity. I hope y'all get what I just said. Sometimes the opportunity is so imperfect, but it is the perfect opportunity. Yeah. But God has me. Positive vibes. What's going on? It says a blank person just got that number 2 gifter badge. So, you know, right before the breakthrough, you're going to want to give up. You're going to feel a feeling like, dang, I can't do this. Your brain is, this is when the brain goes crazy with trying to clock you out because it's trying to protect you. It doesn't think that you can do it because it never seen this before. You never pushed yourself there before. So of course you're going to be scared, worry about it because it's out of your comfort zone, right? So you got to get used to this feeling like, oh, I got this feeling of fear. This is out of my comfort zone, but what if I still try? Oh, now my brain knows that I can do this. Now I'm not scared anymore. Resistance spikes when evolution is near, right? So your brain is going to panic every time you enter that higher level. It's going to panic every single time. It's just part of the neuroscience. Even if I go now and try to do something new, even if I have a doctoral degree, all these different things, I'm still going to have some type of anxiety if I try something new that is out of my element. But me, I've trained my brain to not, I don't listen to my brain. Like, listen, brain, I know what's best for you, and you gonna learn what I want you to learn. Like, I know you tired, but you need to get up and work right now. We only use like a very small % of our brain. So even when I feel tired, I know that that's just me in my comfort zone. Tina Marie said, loving y'all. I know that's right. So the proximity effect. This is when you are close to the breakthrough and everything gets so loud. Chunk said discipline. Facts. Discipline is the secret recipe. On those days when your brain don't want to move. You like, wake up. I don't care how you feeling. I need this. Because your brain is trying to protect you, but sometimes it don't have the best decision for you. When you get close to that breakthrough, the doubt is loud. The fatigue is loud. Like me today, I'm like, oh, I must be close to a breakthrough because I'm tired as hell. But I'm still showing up. You know what I mean? The fear gets louder. The distractions get louder. It's the universe saying, push. You are right there. Everything's going to try to stop you when you are right there. You know, honestly, if you got a lot going on in your life and everything seems like it's about to fold and break for you, and if you break, then you cost yourself an opportunity. But if you keep pushing, you keep showing up, it don't matter what you're going through. As long as you keep showing up, staying positive towards yourself, you are going to get through it. I don't care if it's homelessness. I don't care what it is. I done been homeless a couple times as a doctor. Because I know I had a bigger purpose. I knew that, hey, if I became homeless and sick, and if I didn't keep pushing, I was going to end up in a place where I will regret it. I will regret it if I quit. Like, dang, I can't finish. I will regret it. Some people regret it because they got to a place where they almost got it and they threw in the towel. And I don't want that to be you today. I don't want that to be none of us. Clifford 2000 fan said, I on purpose choose a dragon to play up the fear, and I flipped it. So even though he's a dragon, he's actually quite friendly and intelligent and wise. Yes, because that's playing on the childlike character. I love it. Right? So the test before your treasure. We've all seen the meme where the guy's digging for the diamonds. One gets so close and he turn around. The other one is eager. He's further away, but you can tell he's going to get there regardless because he just know. You got to have, when passion is in your heart, purpose is in your heart, everything is going to try to stop you. People going to get in the way. Family and friends might get in the way. You might be broke. You might not know where the next dime going to come from, but you got this passion. And when you got passion, it's priceless. Right? It's a priceless feeling that burns inside of you that says, regardless, I will be the alchemist of my life and turn this BS into something magnificent, magical, amazing. So every shift in your life comes with a final wall. Some people quit 6 inches from the goal, 6 inches from the diamonds, the treasure. But guess what? Tonight you didn't. Tonight you showed up. You know, hopefully every day we show up. But it does get hard. I can't even lie to you. For me, it gets hard. That's why showing up, going live every single day, having this crazy delusional consistency goal to be live 365 days. I'm trying to prove something to myself. I'm trying to prove something to the community that you can do it even when you don't feel like it. How do you show up when you feel empty or tired? How? Some people would say, how, Dr. Shon? I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I give up. I can't do it. I'm going to tell y'all a story. My last semester of dental school, right? My last semester of dental school, I got super, super sick. I took this chemo drug that made me super, super sick. It turned me into somebody I didn't recognize, full of rage. I mean, so when you think of somebody could go from 100 on top of things to super, super sick, that was me. It delayed my graduation. It delayed everything. It delayed me moving to New York. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to make it, but I had a passion burning inside of me. I got so sick, it made me end up homeless. I was so sick, I would walk to the school and beg for my degree. Slept in a homeless shelter 1 or 2 nights, and I was in there. I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. I got to keep going. Right? Passionate. Had an interview in Brooklyn. Then I slept the whole way because I was on this chemo drug. I didn't tell the people. Because, sometimes you got to just push through and just keep the faith and keep pushing and pray and rely on the Creator to just know that you're going to get there, right? Went to this interview and they told me afterwards, like, we didn't know what was wrong with you. Like, they heard so much good things about me from before I got sick, from my professors recommending me to this program. But when I got here, I wasn't myself. I had this poison I feel running through my veins, constantly passing out, going to the hospital, just going through it, guys. Went into this interview, went into orientation sick as a dog. I slept most of the time because it just made me sleep all the time. It just made me so sick. But do you see, I didn't give up. I had to move to New York, still going through this process, going into a hospital, seeing patients, getting out, going to sleep in the car, going to Crunch Gym to take a shower, going in the morning to see more patients because I had a passion. So when you talk about excuses, what does that mean when you got passion? Passion don't see excuses. That's why you have to train your brain to focus on the passion. When I was in that hospital sleeping in the car, I wasn't thinking about my now. I was thinking about the future. That's how now I'm able to stream to you now from a dental practice where I'm the CEO. Somebody who was sleeping in the car. Patients didn't know. They couldn't tell this doctor was homeless. They couldn't tell. Because I led with purpose and passion. And I just knew that it had to happen for me. I knew that if I was sleeping in that car, sick like this, about to lose it all, nothing, one person, maybe 2 people truly in my corner, one person for sure I know in my corner that's just right there rocking with me. If I'm going through all of this, I gotta make it. When you get all these signs, it means you right there before your breakthrough. And if you give up now, you're gonna regret it. But if you keep going, you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't know I could overcome all of that. I didn't know that. Some of your best dreams and creations is going to come when you at your lowest. You're going to think of the best things when you at your lowest. Some people just feel like, oh no, I don't deserve it. No, you got to. If you say, I do deserve it, I'm going through a lot right now, you will overcome it, right? It said, I saw your Dr. Zuri videos, just like the AI slop that's out there now. Some people aren't taking keen on this idea. It would be much better if Dr. Zuri was animated in the traditional way. Yeah, but it's just, to me, it's just fun. I'm not, like, taking it so serious. I love them. Because I think it's AI, but it's still my prompt. It still comes from my brain, my creativity, like. And I know there's harder ways to do it, but for me, I love it. And it's just beginning. I only been doing it for 2 days, so ease up. Have you taken any animation class? And this is without me taking any animation classes. Yeah, self-taught. So yes, one time I had 3 jobs and no place to stay, and folks had no clue. We gotta keep going. Oh, I can't wait for the book, but I'm glad I found you here. Wow, you gotta keep going. Thank you for sharing that, chunk. People don't know what you go through to make it. You gotta start small. You gotta start somewhere. Somebody who like me, who came from the hood, who turned nothing into something. Listen, I'm grateful. I'm gonna turn nothing into something. I'm gonna start with whatever. Start where you at. I feel you, Clipper 2000 fan. I see Dr. Zurich and me like this big animation thing, but you see it's just me, right? Do you see that? I don't have millions of viewers and sponsors. This is just me showing up, passionate. Got a dream to help kids. Always had a dream. I had a dream emergency walk, doing it in my hometown to let kids know that it's a dream emergency. But people see doctor and they're like, oh, the doctor got it, and I'm like, this is a non-profit, guys. So it's certain things that I have to wait until I get further along my journey to bring back, because I know that the community needs it. But oftentimes people can't see your vision because you just now starting, and they don't have to. It's your vision. You keep it going. You take the criticism, you take the positive, you take the negative, and you keep going. You keep building the momentum, right? So how do you show up when you feel empty? You shrink the task, not the destiny. If the task is too big, you take it smaller sizes, right? And then you want to build your bare minimum protocol. So on your low energy days, like me, on my low energy days, my whole thing is just to go live, because that's my goal, right? To go live for 365. If I do it imperfect, then that's okay. I'm still pushing through and showing consistency. Maybe your thing is just to deliver one message today. Maintain your streak. Pat yourself on the back. Keep it simple. You don't have to overdo it. Keep it simple. Like Clipper 2000 fan, hey, you doing the AI cartoon, but hey, I'm keeping it simple. I gotta keep it simple. Right? Another way you can push through when you don't feel like it is to anchor to your why, not your mood. It's like, why are you doing it versus your mood? Okay? Why are you showing up? Because if you rely on your mood, you're going to be quitting all the time, because you know how people moody. Sometimes you're feeling bad. Sometimes you're feeling good. You don't want to do it on this day. If you rely on your mood versus consistency, it's not going to work. Your mood shifts. But your purpose, that should be permanently etched into your body, etched into your mindset. And if you always fall back to that, you're going to get up regardless. I know that I'm trying to get to 365 days, so I'm like, okay, and build a community, so I got to show up. Even when my mood is like, because it's going to be like that. I do dentistry, so it's one hard fields. It's one of the hardest fields, so, that's already a lot. Another way that you can show up even when you feel empty is remember that motion creates emotion. Science shows how dopamine rises after the action begins. You start to get motivated. As soon as I hit the live button and I'm already started, the dopamine hits. It's easier for me to push through. As soon as you start your task, even if you don't feel like it's going to be easier for you to push through. That's just like people who are disciplined with the gym, right? They go consistently, religiously, even on the days they don't feel like it. But once they get into the gym, it's like, yes, that dopamine is a great feeling when you push through. And that's what we try to aim for. And the last thing is show up raw, real, and human. Your tribe, your community will learn from you on your tired days. You don't always have to show up polished and perfect, and don't fall for that. That's the whole thing, guys. When people approach you like, hey, It would be perfect if it was this way. Hey, listen, I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm aiming for consistency. There's a difference. If you aim for perfection, you will likely quit because it's not going to be perfect. But it will be consistent if you aim for that. This stream popped up on my feed. Hello from Denver. What's going on? AVTV 94. Talk about hood to hooded. This dragon made it. Julian's father met him when he was 3. Visited him again at 3 years old. Had a mouthful of cavities. Fast forward to what? All right. So again, tonight was a struggle. Some days can be a struggle, but you didn't come this far to get tired and let yourself down right now. We have to rewrite our destiny, guys. That's what being an alchemist is all about. Rewriting your destiny with the hand you've been given. I showed up at the very last minute when it was almost time for my little consistency challenge almost to fail 10 minutes before, because I'm building a story my children can point to and say, you know what? My mom refused to quit. The dragon did surgery on his teeth, then later gave him lectures on oral hygiene. Too funny. Right? So this moment, any moment that you overcome the odds, you overcome, your mood, you overcome the fear, the comfort zone, all these different things that seem like good places for you to be comfortable, careful. Those aren't good places for you to be. No. That's not a good place for you to be. Right? So what is the solution for the long term? We already know that motivation is just fuel. Motivation runs out. You must build a consistency system. Systems save you when emotions fail. What is your system for not failing? What is your system for carrying on with your journey, in your dream, even on those days when you feel burnt out, like you can't make it and you can't do it? In dental school, we had a lot of nights where you would have to literally study all night before the test because there's just that much information. And even if you study all week, all night, every second, you still don't learn everything that you need for the test. This is when consistency matters. I will never forget us studying. I don't know if it was a gross anatomy test. With gross anatomy in dental school, you actually take this class with the medical students. We're all in the same classes. A couple of them are different, but the first year we all take gross anatomy. Gross anatomy is dissecting a human body. And they're like, oh, dentist, yes, you have to dissect the human body to become a doctor of dental surgery. From the brain to the arms to the torso, down to the pelvis. We don't go to the legs. We just mostly head and neck. But dissecting this human body, not only do you have the test on the paper, but you have a lab test. And some of those tests, my classmates and I would stay in the building and study all night. Like some people sleeping because we know how serious this is. And it wasn't just that test, it was other tests like that, board exams, etc., etc. But this was the first semester of dental school. Like, we just getting in here, we all just trying to stay, up to date with all of this information. The point is, we had a consistency system. We studied regardless. If we knew that there was a chance that we had to study all night and miss the test, oh no, we sleeping here in the classroom. So you got to build your consistency system to the point where you are not basing it off of your emotions or motivation. You got to base it off of your passion, your purpose. Otherwise, you will fail. You'll get so comfortable, you'll be home sleep when the test's going on because you just want to lay in the bed. You can't do that. Make an identity for your foundation. What type of foundation do you have for yourself? For me, I know that I'm the type of person who is going to make it happen regardless. Like, I might cry. I might get upset because I'm a crybaby at heart. Been through a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm going to make it happen. Once the tears dry up and I get all my emotions out, Oh, I'm back to the drawing board. Oh, you can't stop me. And if you tell me that, oh, you can't do it, oh, that's even more fuel. What? I can't do it. Boy, please. Right? Another thing is you want to track your small wins. Every check mark rewrites your brain towards discipline. Every time you show up, it might seem like it's not paying off, but it is. Every single time. I started with day 1 and now 60 plus days later. Every day counts. Every single day. Another thing is to protect your environment. What environment are you in? Is your environment conducive to you dreaming? Do you have people around you that are feeding into your creativity? Are they inspiring you to carry on? Are they inspiring you to go forward and, giving you words of encouragement? Sometimes you don't have that, and you got to encourage yourself, and that's totally okay, which is why you want to protect your environment from people who are on the same page. They have you striving for perfection when you just trying to be consistent. That's not a good environment. They might be like, hey, don't start until it's perfect. Listen, that ain't somebody who you want to have in your corner. Hey, don't do this until it's absolutely perfect. Life don't work like that. You can sit and wait for perfection and you'll be waiting forever. Go now. Fail now. Try again now. Learn something now. Reduce your fear now. Protect your environment. Your dreams cannot grow in soil that is full of doubt, chaos, comfort seekers. We surrounded by comfort seekers all the time. Comfort seekers look like this. Oh, I don't want to get that raise. Oh, I don't want to move from. I'm good right here, girl. Oh, that looks too scary. Oh no, getting on the plane. Oh no. Getting on the boat. Oh no. Oh no. Girl, you taking that hard ass class? Oh no, I can't take that class too hard. It's gonna take how long? Oh no. Comfort seekers. Doubters. People who love chaos. They'll be in the drama, but they won't be in the room trying to get elevated. They won't be in the room trying to learn something new, whether that's for personal or business. But they always with the drama. They always want to watch some chaos. The soil just messy. The soil is full of weeds. This is a bad environment, right? So you have to be the example. You looking for an example, but guess what? You have to be the example. Generational curse breakers are the example. Why? Because the whole tribe has been generationally cursed. The whole tribe has fell for the madness. The whole tribe done fell down. So you have to be the example, not the exception. You have to be the blueprint. If you aren't the blueprint, then who will be? Right? When I wanted to be a dentist, I had to be the blueprint. Because there were no dentists in my family. None in my tribe. How do I know what to do? How to do it? You got to find out. And people who are the blueprint, they don't fold. Oh no. They don't fold under pressure. They don't fold when the task looks too hard. They don't get stuck in comfort zones. Honestly, when you the dreamer, when you trying to go from hood to hood, if you ever get stuck in a comfort zone, I know when I get too comfortable, I'm like, something ain't right. Like, wait a minute. I done got stuck here. I need to elevate. If I done got too comfortable, something is not right. Especially if I'm not truly in my purpose. Now, there is a difference. If you have strive for success, you accomplish your goals, you got what you want now, you helping people, you contributing to society in a good way, you happy, everything's working out, you overcame a lot. That's different. Then you have the right to be comfortable, but even then, I still don't want to be comfortable. I still want to try to figure out something new, always learn something new, every single day. Right? So, guys, the last thing I'm gonna say is that the world. What's up, OF Club? Pewtree just got that number 3 gift their badge. Thank y'all for liking the live, tapping the hearts. We met our goal of 1K hearts. Go ahead and grab your daily heart me as well if you're watching on TikTok. As Cornelius might say, it takes a brave knight to face the dragon. Cornelius would never cram his studies or pull any all-nighters. He is studious and faithful in his studies. Well, Cornelius never been a dental student, because when you a dental student, oh, you gonna cram. You gonna be faithful in your studies, but you gonna end up studying all night. It ain't about, like, that's what I'm saying. Dental school is a whole nother beast. You might say, oh, I'm not gonna study all night, but I guarantee you, even if, listen, we go to school from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, learning nothing but straight knowledge, all of that. I've been dealing with comps, right? We studied from 8 to 5. Then you get out of class from 8 to 5. You got to go and study everything you just learned all night. And you got to find a way to get sleep. So when the tests come, if you in dental school, I know Cornelius the Dragon might not pull any all-nighters. But if you a dental student, I guarantee you're going to pull a couple all-nighters. Even if you studious and faithful with your studies. You know. Me, I was studious and faithful with my studies in dental school, but I was braiding hair, working, doing a lot of different things, not because I wanted to, because of urgency. You know, but that's a whole nother story. We ain't going into that story about that part. Right? So, the world respects finishers. If you don't remember anything else from this live, is that the world respects people who finish. Oh yeah. They respect people who finish the task, not people who are starters. You can start 1,000,000 times, but if you don't finish nothing, what does it mean? Starters are everywhere. You might find a lot of people who started something. Have you seen a lot of people who finished something? Consistency is a status symbol, because everybody can't do it. Quitting is crowded. Oh, it's crowded over there where the quitters at. It's crowded where the starters at. But the finishers, that's more like less than 1%. So I want you to be a finisher. If you started something and you're passionate about it, finish it. Regardless if it don't look perfect for other people, if it look good to you, finish it. Be a finisher. Discipline is luxury energy. When you discipline, you just gonna get more luxurious things approaching you because of the discipline. Which is like something hard in the beginning, but in the end, it pays off in so many ways. Right? It pays off. So we got about 5 to... Let's see, we got about 7 minutes left on the podcast. If you have any questions, I'm opening up for a Q&A. I want to know, like, what's stopping you from showing up on hard days? Where in life has life gotten comfortable for you? Or how do you get out of your comfort zone? If you could share it with the community. And what's one thing keeping you from quitting? Right? Clipper 2000 fan, I see you over here with the dragon jokes. It says, why are dragons such good musicians? Because they really know how to scale. Oh my gosh. What's a dragon favorite snack? Firecrackers. Oh my lord. Why was the dragon always tired? Too many late night snacks. I guess too many firecrackers. And why do dragons make terrible comedians? Their jokes always drag on. What's a dragon's favorite type of story? Anything with a fiery ending. I know that's right. Anything with a fiery ending. So yeah, drop those questions in the chat, guys. So tonight wasn't about perfection for me. It was about just being present, honestly. It was about remembering that comfort is not our friend, it's not our family. Fear is not our ruler. Quitting is not your story. It's crowded over there with the quitters. It's crowded with the starters. We want to be a finisher. We want to be a finisher. You want to be a finisher. Why did the dragon cross the road? To prove he wasn't chicken. What? That is too funny. Not to prove he wasn't chicken. Alright, so if you showed up tonight, or if you showed up today for yourself, then you already defeated the version of you that wanted to stay very, very small. You already overcame it. Like the person I was when I started this live, who was like, oh, I'm tired, exhausted, it's Thursday, dentistry done beat my ass today. I still showed up, and now that this podcast, this episode is in the bag, I feel so good that I didn't fold and flake and have to start over again, because maybe, who knows, I might have never started the consistency challenge over. I might have said, you know what, being in the bed, sleep after work feels good, but in my head I got a bigger goal, so I'm focusing on that goal. And in order for me to accomplish this goal that I have in my head, I have to show up and be consistent. I'm really trying to see what can make a difference and where I'm trying to go. Right? So make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe, and share this with someone on the edge of giving up. Let's grow the tribes together. Let's grow our discipline muscle. And let's refuse to let the comfort zone steal our calling. Okay? Is the comfort zone stealing your calling? Is it stealing your purpose? Is it? I hope not. Clipper 2000 fan said, in my book, the dragon does the whole nine. Clean, tartar, tooth extractions, teeth filling, and root canal. The voice was really effed up. Oh my lord. One scene had the boy reaching for a jar of candy next to the dental chair and ended up getting slapped by the dragon's tail. Oh my gosh. That is too funny. The dragon's tail slapped him because he was eating the candy? Oh my gosh. What kind of dragon is this? Yeah, so the chat is open. I've been dealing with comms. I think I already saw that. Yeah, the chat is open, guys. Yep. So, yeah, man, we're not letting the comfort zone steal our legacy, man. People getting clocked out of their legacy, staying stuck in generational curses, all because of something called a comfort zone. All because of fear. Perfection. You know. Talk about discipline. Dragon wanted to protect the boy's teeth from making it worse than it already was. Right, that's definitely related to discipline. Brushing and flossing every single night. Which is why my Dr. Zuri story even rose. I was just cruising on Sora. I kept seeing Sora, the AI app. And I'm a fan of AI. I've been seeing a lot in the news about AI. In a negative light, so I can see it from the negative light and the positive light. But listen, I'm not gonna get left behind. So I've always wanted to do like character animations, and I've just been trying like Google Gemini. Which other ones have I been trying for my character animation? Google Gemini, Sora. I love Sora. I know you said it's like the quick fast, but I ain't trying to work too hard. No. I like to make my script, make my prompt, see what I can do and tweak it. And I know it seems like it's foo-foo, but you really got to know about prompting when you start using AI. Prompts are everything, because if you put in a bad prompt, it's not going to do what you want it to do. To do prompts, you got to be very detailed and specific. So everything you see with Dr. Zuri is my thoughts. Like, hey, make her, you know what I mean, and do it this way. Like, it's my thoughts. So I'm just having fun. I love it. I think it's easy. Try out Sora. I think you'll love it. think you'll love it. So as we get further into the Dr. Zuri episodes, we will look into more advanced ways to do AI, but I'm just starting. I just started this yesterday. Or was it yesterday? 2 days ago I just started, and look how far it's gone so much. So this is just the beginning for all of the adventures, the kid stuff. Hood to Hooded podcast is growing. I mean, I still feel like I have a long way to go. We still have over 300 days left straight. So make sure y'all are tuning in. Sending love to the Niji, OCO, to my tribe. This has been the Hood to Hooded podcast. Thank y'all for tapping the hearts. We got to 3.8K today. Y'all be showing that on TikTok. I love my TikTok family. One more question, Clifford 2000 fan. Why don't dragons like fast Wi-Fi? Because they prefer a good lagoon? What? Wait a minute. Why did the dragon bring a ladder to the castle? He wanted to scale the walls. What do you call a dragon who tells tales? A fib breather. What? How do you think of these jokes so fast? You got them written down? Alright, so that is our show, guys. I am Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. Oh, I forgot to do something. I always forget to do this. Always forget to do that part. But whatever. I am Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. Wherever you're watching from, make sure you go ahead and hit that follow button, turn on the notifications, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Bye, TikTokers. I use Copilot AI. I have to check that out. Thanks for that, Clifford 2000 fan. I'm gonna definitely check that out. I just got started with my AI cartoon animations like 2 days ago, and when I found Sora and learned how to do what I'm doing on it, I was like, oh, this is fun. So I do it because it's fun, and we get into the more serious stuff. But thanks for that, Copilot AI. All right, bye guys. See y'all tomorrow. Thanks for the engagement, Clifford 2000 fan, as always.